Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast, where the presenter's development as a multi-platform pioneer is being hampered by the arcane demarcation rules of the BBC. He must be set free. He deserves it. I feel as if I'm being snubbed. I should be able to do all this stuff myself. It's like having a pen and nobody telling you how to write.
We can't trust you.
Oh!
Because you're one of the employees in here in the BBC that you go home at night and you don't switch off your computer.
No, I don't.
No, you see.
I waste electricity.
And there's signs all around the BBC saying switch off. It's no good leaving a screensaver on. It still wastes
It's the rebel in me. I can't help it. I can't do what I'm told. If I see a sign, I can't obey it because it goes against my nature to do what the sign tells me. And do you know what I do in the stairs? You know the way it says in the stairs, don't run on the stairs? I run up. Every single time. Even if I can't run, I'm going to run up. I was running yesterday. I was running with a track yesterday. You want to see the gear I have? The running gear.
A real live track?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
Do you know the leggings? You know the tight ones? Oh, I have those.
You're not wearing Lycra.
I am wearing leggings.
A Lycra?
Lycra leggings. You know the ones that the cyclists wear? You know, a bit of a bulge here, a bit of a bulge there. Janet, go away.
I don't believe
Yes,
you.
I'm wearing it. Yeah.
I don't believe
Oh, what do you say?
What colour?
Blue. Dark blue. And I've got a wee dark blue vest, I've got a wee cap and everything. And do you know what I have? A lovely, sexy jacket.
Sexy.
It is
hardly a word
sexy
for,
jacket.
That's hardly a word for a man.
Sexy, hardly a word for a man?
Yeah. Sexy.
Well, I'm not a man like you.
I've got a sexy jacket.
I have.
You don't say that.
I do.
No, man.
I have a certain amount of sex appeal.
You have a nice jacket.
I have a certain... It's a sexy jacket. I looked in the mirror and I went, Oh, see, if Janet saw that, she'd be up the walls. She's seen me in this jacket. Anyway, it's this running gear, and I was trying it out yesterday.
What track were you at?
Ormo Park.
Right.
Beside the tennis club.
And how far did you run?
Oh, 2 laps, a half a mile. And do you know something?
You were around 2 laps. You ran half a mile. I don't believe you.
I'm sorry. And do you know what I'm going to do?
I don't believe you.
I've got a little surprise for you. Do you know I told you that I'm running the New York Marathon on November 6th? No, I told you that. Yeah. And I'm definitely doing that. There'll be more about that later. It's too early yet to talk about that. But there's another marathon coming up, and I may just dip my toe in before November. So be careful now. Be careful what you say to me.
There's no way you ran half a mile yesterday, and you're moving the way you're moving today.
I'll tell you what. I ran half a mile yesterday, and I feel all the better for it today.
You don't feel the stiffness in your legs.
No, I don't know where it's.
But I'm telling you now, you never ran half a mile yesterday.
Here's a man writes to me and he said, I have a sticker in my van that reads, "No tools kept in this van overnight. This morning I left for work and I noticed that the back window was smashed. Someone had left a note saying, just checking." The presenter's training for the New York Marathon in November is now well ahead of schedule. The listeners are also benefiting from his activities, hearing a younger-sounding, refreshed and reinvigorated voice. There's still a low-pitched rumbling noise from the corner, though. That's Mr. Coyle. See how bright I am today and how dull you are?
Oh, God forgive you and pardon you.
You're just sitting there like a big blob of dirt. That's what you are.
I'll tell you what, I stood at my front door this morning at 8:05, and I said to myself, I wonder I was about to embark on a walk. I was about to go for an hour's walking.
That's
and I thought, no, I'll just wait. I'll wait till the mornings get a wee bit warmer. That's it.
So you're standing at your doorstep gauging the temperature before you go for a walk?
Well, there was frost in the front garden. I said to myself, no,
I spit on your frost.
Yeah.
I spit on your frost. I was running around yesterday in cold temperatures wearing nothing but a vest and me wee sexy thing. And me leggings, and the breeze was howling around me undercarriage.
Janet said, is there photographs?
There are no photographs. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll come in here wearing this gear someday.
No, we don't mean doing it. We want to see you running. Who cares about wearing gear? We want to see you running.
I ran out here in the foyer the other day. You
ran from the desk,
to the
Janet's
toilet.
desk to the toilet.
Yeah, well, I had to go. I was in a hurry.
Which is about 4 strides.
Well, that's me running. Yeah. It's once you see a guy running, it's all the same. It doesn't matter if you watch him running for 8 miles or you watch him running for 4 steps in the toilet. It looks all the same. As a matter of fact, I ran out there as quick as I've ever run before because I was caught short. I will find you and I will kill you.
I'm going to tell you something now.
What?
I'm going to tell you this now.
What?
You need to start running in private first. You have got a very old gait.
I'm getting it replaced.
You really have. You have dropped down on your knees.
Stop it.
You have, and you have to accept it.
Stop.
You're running now as if you're sitting on a chair.
Spoil sport. Every once in a while, this programme misses out on the really big stories of the day. The Titanic sinks, Vikings invade Newry, Comet over Derry. The presenter usually puts such disappointments behind him, but on occasion, the hurt begins to show. Look, here's something that you neglected. Look at this. Sometimes I think there's no one working in this programme at all. Here's an interview I could have done. Look at this. It says here, with 1 in 3 Brits admitting that they cannot simply be bothered to be friendly at this time of year, it appears the nation needs resuscitating from its annual grumpy low point. With men the majority of culprits and the local pub being voted as the friendliest place in our area, St. Patrick's Day may be the fun-loving celebration we need to pull us out of those winter blues. Who better than to interview Paddy Kilty? Why didn't you book that?
I didn't see that.
You missed that. I could have talked to Paddy Kilty about what it's like to be Irish, you know. For God's sake. I mean, wake it up, will you?
No, well, it's Janet's fault.
Janet, you missed that.
What about the call?
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. I'm sorry, you sound frightened. As well you may be after listening to that.
Well, the thought of you and Lycra, I think would frighten anybody.
Excuse me, you think it's funny?
No.
The sight of me in Lycra?
No, not really funny. I think it's sort of nerve-wracking.
Do you know what he's going to do to me? No, I better not tell that.
No, tell me.
Do you see, when I die... See, I'm thinking about this because I may die soon with all this exercise.
No, don't.
Sean Coyle has promised that when I die, he's going to come to my wake, right? And the coffin will be open. And do you know what he's going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to open my fork and put a crunchie between my hands. So do you know where you sit there as a corpse, you know, with your hands clasped? He's going to put a crunchie in there, and he's going to open my trousers. So when the people come in, you'll see me lying with my trousers open and crunching in my hands. What do you think of that for a friend?
Oh, I don't think...
There's nothing you can say to that.
Better without him. Leave him.
Anyway, what can we do for you today?
Note in your will that your coffin can't be opened. It must be closed immediately. Don't let anybody do that to you.
No, I think my coffin will be closed because I don't think the people want to see that.
No, I don't think that.
You put the crunchy in and then close it. All right, then open my fork then. Okay, and then close it.
Well, listen, yesterday you talked about a terribly serious thing, about whether glasses had legs or arms.
Maybe you can solve that problem.
I've been worried all night.
Uh-huh. Well, have you come to some conclusion, or have you talked to friends?
I would agree with you. I think they're legs.
Well, it's been independently confirmed to me that they are called legs.
Who confirmed it?
An optician.
No, it's a lie.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Sean shouldn't call you a liar.
No, he does that out of habit.
He's naughty.
No, because he's had experience of me being proved a liar, so he sees no reason why I should tell the truth.
When did you ever tell us anything that wasn't the absolute truth now?
There you are.
There you are.
What were you doing on the news last night?
Pardon?
Were you on the news last night?
I don't think so. Not willingly.
Jerry, you look well on the news last night.
I don't know.
I
didn't realise I was on it. I wonder what the...
All right.
Was I in Tokyo or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. No.
I thought maybe you were running around the track.
I don't think that's newsworthy, do you?
No, neither do I.
Mm-hmm. You see, what happens is, I get no respect here.
Oh, Jerry.
Even though I've forged this programme for many years and made it what it is today, I get no respect from the people who live off it, basically. These are parasites here.
They don't appreciate you, Jerry.
They don't, I know that. If I wasn't here, what would you do? You'd have to work for Jerry Kelly.
I would curl up and die.
I know, of course you would, but we don't want you to do that. We want you to curl up and live.
I need my daily fix.
Oh, you're an addict, are you? The old heroin is kicking in, is it?
No, I'll just stick to the Jerry.
All right, then. Well, thank you very much for that independent confirmation that legs...
Well, is it?
Yes, it is. It
is. Is it definitely?
It is.
Because I don't want to go into optician.
Excuse me.
Is it Pamela? Pat?
Yeah.
No, it's not confirmed yet.
It is confirmed.
It is not confirmed.
She just confirmed it.
No.
You mean to say that nobody rang in yesterday to say it was legs? I knew it was legs because you didn't tell me.
Somebody was going to find out about it.
Yeah, I know, but he found out that I was right, so that's why he didn't tell me.
There must be an optician somewhere in Northern Ireland listening to this programme.
Okay, any opticians, ring here. Tell us if it's legs, the things that go around your ears. I'll be
Janice says an optician rang to say...
The mind boggles.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Worrying news reaches the presenter about the behaviour of well-known television personality and former signatory of the presenter's paycheck, Joe Mahon. There follows important advice on the feeding of farm animals. Did you see Lesser Spotted Ulster last night?
I didn't, no.
Apparently, Joe was feeding bread to sheep.
And?
Can he do that?
Sure, I wouldn't know.
It doesn't sound right.
No, I don't know. Why can a sheep not eat bread?
But, I mean, have you thought about this?
No.
The person writes to me and says they thought it was odd. Why would
What's
you? I mean,
odd?
what's
What's
okay, right,
odd about that?
If you had a loaf of bread,
Yeah.
would you go out and give it to a sheep? No, would you?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Well, what would I do?
When was the last time you gave a sheep bread?
I've never fed a sheep in my life.
Well, there you are. You see, why is Joe doing it? And why is he giving it bread? Why doesn't he give it... We know that parrots don't like chicken. We've been down that road.
Would you give a cow bread?
I don't think so. I don't think
Give
so.
a-
Joe, what would you give a horse?
You give a horse bread?
No, you give a horse an apple.
But you'd also give a horse bread?
I've never given a horse bread in
You
my
give a
life.
horse brown bread?
No, I wouldn't give
Why
a horse...
not?
Because it swells up in their stomach. You give a horse fruit.
What?
And do you know what you'd give a sheep? You get a bit of a turnip, maybe. You know, maybe an apple. But you wouldn't give it, you know... What about giving it a bit of toast? And a cup of tea?
You give
Fried egg,
you
bit
give
of
a pig-
bacon?
You give a pig bread?
A bit of wee lamb chop.
Yeah, but wouldn't
Probably
you?
wouldn't say no to that. I'll just leave it with you. What would you give a pigs eat anything? But sheep are fussy. You know?
But you not give a cow or not give a horse brown bread?
Have you ever seen a horse eating brown bread?
Apples.
Apples, yeah, of course.
I know apples, but
absolutely.
would you not give a horse biscuits?
Apples are a long way from brown bread. You give a horse a biscuit, yeah.
Yeah, well, biscuits just as a cousin of a bit of bread.
Biscuit is a cousin of a bit of bread.
Yeah.
We'll just leave that now, I think. The mention of Joe Mahon brings forward some career advice for Mr. Coyle. A listener has an idea in development that could be green-lighted, as I believe the term is, and put Mr. Coyle back on the screen where he doesn't belong. Is it about eyebrows? No. And the title is Danderon with Joe and Sean. I think you two would be great.
I would like that, yes.
But you could nearly be Joe. You could be Joe's doppelganger. Go on, do a bit of Joe.
No, but I can't do Joe.
Yes, you
unless, No, Joe. It's Studio Joe we do.
Studio
Joe. When he's talking, here we are outside Dungiven. You know? And I like
Burn
that.
is flowing very strongly.
And we hear the Dungiven car salesman in the distance.
I have a loaf of bread here. I'm looking for a sheep.
You see, that's the Joe.
It's the real Joe. But see, Joe doesn't talk like that.
No, not in real life.
talks-
Studio Joe does.
Why do people in the studio talk like that? So Joe talks like a normal person when you're talking to him. Joe's a nice... We know Joe. He's a friend of ours.
Joe paid us.
Joe used to be our boss.
Joe
here
was our boss.
in Radio 4, yeah. And now he's on the TV talking like that. What happens to people? What happens to people?
No, I think there's nothing wrong. It's just a...
Can you still get me Patrick Kilty? Is it too late to talk about what it's like to be Irish?
No, we're getting you Nina Simone my way, by the way.
But she's not Irish.
It's on its way to you.
Is it?
It's been Janet's sending it to you.
Excellent.
Now, wait a minute.
You know,
Before you do anything.
I'm just about to play a record. You
Beth.
caught me.
Beth's waiting.
Is she?
Yes.
Good morning, Beth. Where would she be waiting now?
She'll be waiting on one.
No, she wouldn't, because she's not speaking to me. Hello, Beth. Beth stopped waiting. Ring her back, would you, and tell her I apologise.
Malcolm.
Good friend.
Malcolm.
Holcomb.
Aye.
Yeah.
Could you give the details?
Of what?
Is
Malcolm
he,
Holcomb?
Is he appearing in Belfast?
He was in the he's in the Errigal Inn. I was in the Errigal Inn yesterday, as a matter of fact. I was in the Errigal Inn yesterday having a little drink downstairs. And I saw a poster from Martin Holcomb, and I can't remember what date it was.
Malcolm.
Something tells me it's the Friday the 18th of March, but I could be wrong. Would somebody out of the Errigal Inn give us a ring and tell me what date that is? Malcolm Holcomb. What kind of a name's that?
It's a strange name.
It's like being called Fred Bed. Or Harry Carey.
Fred Bed's all right.
Harry Carey.
Malcolm Holcomb.
Oh, Harry Carey killed himself.
Beth's back.
Beth's back. Good morning, Beth.
Good morning, Jerry.
Sorry you were cut off or whatever. How are you?
I'm the best.
Good.
I don't think it was you, but there was somebody on your show one day was looking for film extras. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, film extras.
Yeah.
I think that was something to do with a film that's been shot in Derry/Londonderry at the moment. Not at the moment, but they're shooting at night. And they started the night before last, and I think they're going to shoot tonight as well.
Oh, well, then I'm too late.
I don't know. I think you probably would be. But it's a movie called Limbo. And what they're doing is they're getting people to dress up and hang around the streets as if it was kind of a Halloween thing.
Yes.
You know? I think you're probably too late, because I think tonight's the last night of shooting.
Oh, dear. You see, I tried to get somebody earlier, but I could never get through to anybody.
Listen, I heard on the news the other day, the reason why they're filming that movie here is because the writer is from Derry. Who is the writer? Do you know?
I don't know.
Do you know who the writer is, Sean?
No.
Apparently the writer of this movie is from Derry/Londonderry. Could somebody find out who the writer is?
I'll ask Janet.
Will you? How did Janet know?
You see, I did a bit of acting. I acted in the one near the Mid in Ballymoney.
Did you? What movie was that?
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes. And what did you? Did you have a speaking part, or were you an extra?
No, well, I was a film extra in it.
Well, it's all waiting about, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's all hanging about being an extra.
But it's great fun.
Well, apparently the way to pass the time when you're hanging about, you just talk to all your fellow extras.
Aye.
You sit and have cups of tea. Do they give you money and everything? A little money?
You're out no money because you get expenses and the feed you and all the rest of it. You don't get a lot of money, like.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind because I'm a widow woman and it passes the time for me. And I just would love to get into it, even as a film extra.
Well, okay, Sean, is there any way you could find out if it's too late for someone to be an extra in that movie they're shooting in Derry/Londonderry tonight? Okay, we'll try and see. Will you try and organise it?
John Sayles was the writer about him.
John Sayles.
That's what it says in Google.
What's the movie? What's the movie?
What's the movie? Limbo.
I know, but that's Limbo. What's another movie called Limbo? John Sayles, an American screenwriter and director.
Well, what are you looking for?
The movie they're shooting at the moment.
What do you call it?
It's called Limbo, but it's not going to be on that because it's not made yet. That's obviously another movie called Limbo. When was that movie made, Janet?
Is this Limbo 2?
Limbo 2?
Is it? What limbo is this?
I don't know what limbo. I think the Catholic Church have banned limbo.
But what limbo?
Remember, that's where you used to go when you weren't baptised. Remember, we were there for a while. Thank you for listening. Back tomorrow.